we're going to play one more private match. I'm going to give them a moment to collect themselves, to return to orbit. Brandon's backstage, sort of fanning the flames of a game well played. We salute you. And whether your honor was collected or not, every Guardian is a hero of honor, so please don't take it hard. But we have more gameplay to enjoy. So we're here in orbit, once again greeted by the user interface that you would use to set up your own private match. So Brandon, if you could, let's take them through the game options. We're going to continue to play Supremacy, but if we take a look at the game types, we have 3 pages of game types here. You're essentially giving them access to every single combat scenario that you've shipped with Destiny.
Yeah, we tried to be. It was important for us to bring those modes in, especially the modes that maybe were just weekly rotators in the past, some Inferno modes. So if it's not up for you that week, there's still the possibility that you can play.
Mayhem is always popular.
Yeah, Mayhem as well. Like
people are always asking for a Mayhem Iron Banner, and I say, oh God, the horrors! I do not want to read those tweets, but they could recreate that for themselves.
They could. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So all the game modes there, and then
so you pick your combat scenario, then you pick your map. We've shipped a lot of Destiny maps across all the different expansions.
Around 30.
Dark
maps
Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, now Rise of Iron. So they're all in here, so we can page through. Almost 30 maps, up to 30 maps.
You're going to see maps in here you haven't seen for a while.
Including Skyline, which is a map they've never seen.
Yeah, it's a map they've never seen. I was going to say, Deej.
Right,
So
including
never
that
seen
one.
that.
For the sake of illustration purposes, go ahead and pick First Light. Now watch what happens to the interface. As you can see, we added a couple of options there. Some maps are outside, so we can play with time of day. Some maps are big enough to accommodate vehicles.
Right.
So talk to me about time of day. I mean, is that just a style choice, or does that actually impact gameplay?
It can change gameplay.
Yeah.
It can change tactically how you play, and in Destiny we do have time of day as an option in the maps. And normally in matchmaking, it's just a randomized choice.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll get a map at night, sometimes you'll get it midday, sometimes you'll get it in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was a cool option to give players because it does feel different. Rusted Lands feels different when you're playing at night.
Yeah. Even if you're going in there and screenshotting.
Yeah.
We used to take pictures of maps all the time and share them with the people in our clan. This is where you stand when we tell you where you're supposed to snipe, so if you need better lighting conditions for those sorts of things, or if you just want to create the right mood, if you're, waging your own tournament on a given theme. And then vehicles, near and dear to my own personal heart.
Yep.
We've talked about the fact that Sparrow Racing League is coming back. It's some of the best fun I've had playing Destiny, and I am really looking forward to seeing who in the community uses this vehicle setting creatively. I've heard tell that there's been a little bit of fun in the playtest labs.
Well, we had a take-home test a couple weeks ago, and someone's like, hey, why don't we play 6v6 elimination on Bastion at night with vehicles? And we did, and it was awesome. I mean, it was so crazy, but it was super fun. And so that was just a glimpse of what we think the community will be, toying around with.
Well, and with their creativity, Destiny can be things that it never was previously. So we're certainly looking forward to that. So Brandon, take us back up the menu chain there a little bit. We've chosen our map. Actually, we haven't chosen our map. We're not going to play.
Choose one.
Yeah, where are we going next? We're going to Icarus. Icarus. There we go. So we'll go to Icarus. This is a smaller map, so the considerations about vehicles drop away. We'll take a look at our score limit. You can design your own duration of play. This can be a long match. This can be a short match. And then there is, of course, the time limit.
Brandon's pretty optimistic with the score.
I know.
Yeah. So for our purposes, we wanted these to be 7-minute matches.
Yeah.
That way we guarantee that the match ends in a timely fashion, but we didn't want it to end sooner, so we pushed out the kill count way out. So that's our logic in creating this private match. Perhaps you'll make different decisions as you start to set up your own private matches. With that, I think we look good, yeah? Is that what we want?
Yeah, that looks good.
Supremacy on Icarus, score and time. And then finally, we haven't talked about light level. If you're playing with a friend of yours and you're both max light and you want a 1v1 and you want to, you got something to prove, you want to settle some scores, go ahead and turn your light on. That makes this like Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner, where your light score plays a factor in the combat. If you want to turn that off, you want to enjoy your favorite year one weapons again, you want to, you want to host your throwback night tournament, you can just disable that stuff. That's what we're doing right now. This is the match that we want to fight, so you can dismiss your options. And once again, we're go for launch. Everyone ready? It's all yours. Take us out. So Icarus, Steve Cotton.
All right, Icarus. Yeah.
Where are we going?
Icarus is it's a Warmind solar collector on Mercury.
Okay.
Again, the level designers, where they come up. This is a really fascinating story about where they come up with their inspiration. But they were fascinated by a real world technology. These power towers, these heliostat sort of thermal like collectors that exist on Earth. They heat molten salt up to like 1,500 degrees. It's crazy. So, what better place to collect solar energy than Mercury? And
it's certainly closer.
Yeah, it's a little. It's probably.
Yep.
But they and they put it in a pit basically, and put all the arrays of mirrors around that pointed at this thing. It's
the collectors
glorious.
right there.
It looks amazing.
Now this is the first human installation that we've seen on Mercury. When I think about the lighthouse, or when I think about some of the different Crucible maps that you've set there, it's usually Vex in nature, but this is, war mines similar to Rasputin. That Golden Age tech is coming more into play here. So let the games begin.
Yeah.
This is round 2 of Supremacy, and as the match plays out, talk to us a little bit about how the environment is impacting the gameplay. Looks like we've got our first blood right there.
This one's a little bit tighter than Floating Gardens.
Is this a symmetrical map?
This is a radial map.
A radial map?
Or like you say round.
Round
Circular
in
terms.
nature.
No, it's a radial map.
Yeah.
It's the interiors. It's a lot like Anomaly, but the exteriors are much more open. Again, this gorgeous skybox that the artists have created.
Must be a war
that's
mind
nice.
thing. I mean, Anomaly is also a circular map, so the war
Very true.
minds,
Yeah.
they think in a circular fashion. All right, picking up those crests, putting points on the board.
Nice.
Yeah, running the table, sliding into the crest. You get style points for that?
No, you don't, but
Yeah, you should.
But you
should.
sure feel cool doing it. Like so that was great. That was a denial right there.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
that could have been a double kill instead. So we can see down here in the lower left-hand corner, the user interface is telling us a lot about the combat. We can see Bravo team seizing quests. I want to say quests so bad. Crests. They're seizing the crests. So this just gives you an idea as to who's running the table, who's leading the match.
yeah, there's a couple things going on there too. We have audio cues for taking crests and denying crests. So not only are you seeing it in the kill feed down there, but you're also hearing it as well. So we want to have multiple ways that information is conveyed.
Our chat room is also observing the fact that there are
look at
new
that.
medals, which is
Yes.
I really meant
It's
to
full
keep a
of
sharper
crests.
eye on chat to see how they were enjoying the fun, but amidst all the excitement, I forgot to look down. So hey chat, sorry about that. Lazy Summerstone, you called it. New medals
3 hours sleep.
in Supremacy. 3 hours sleep, 1 airplane, 4 trains.
Oh.
I did see that right there.
5
That guy's
trains
got.
each.
5 trains.
Yeah, I just saw it.
So should we talk about
Yeah,
artifacts?
we should talk about artifacts because
Okay,
I
let's
just
talk
saw
about
that.
artifacts. I did too.
So this is Brandon, right? He's playing. He's running.
Yeah, he's running the hand
Yeah,
cannon.
so
He's
he's
about to
got
get smoked.
the artifact Memory of Perun equipped, which highlights enemies. The ones that are low on health, it highlights red, and the ones that are full on super, it highlights yellow. It.
So you can see
It's a
if somebody's
split
about to
second.
unleash a super. You can see if
I
they're
mean,
charged.
The time you have to react is it's going to look really small. You get used to it though, and it's very helpful in making just quick knee-jerk decisions. There you go. Right? That was
Nice.
he was low on health, and then he was dead.
That's wicked. And
very-
all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
So if somebody has a red glow, that's a visual cue for what the community would
Who you should
refer to
target.
as absolute. This person has taken
Right.
damage.
They might
Right.
not be absolute, but they'll be close.
Yeah.
So their health is getting pretty low once they start.
And the
I also just saw a tiny glimpse of one of the other
Whoa.
artifacts as
Did
well.
you see that?
That was
Yeah.
that Stormcaller's not going to be happy.
What was that?
They were just activating the super and got gunned down in their prime like a Stormcaller dog in the streets.
These matches are really close. This
Fistful
is
of crests.
Fistful of crusts.
Again.
Yeah, so this dead orbit shotgun's doing a little bit of work. So we took a look at one of the artifacts, these new tributes to the Iron Lords, the things that change the way you play. Let's take a look at Dave Petty's viewpoint and see which artifact he's using.
Right, so he's got memory of Galian, so which enhances your tracker.
Okay.
Basically gives you third eye on your primary, so it stays up all the time, and also gives you more granularity in the pie wedges, so you have more accuracy.
Okay,
It'll
so
give
let's
you extra information
wait
too,
for
like ammo location.
And you can see all the ammo and the objectives show up.
And we'll wait for him to aim down sights. And there you go. The radar stays. That'll be awfully handy. Now there is one artifact where where you can take control of another enemy's mind. Do we enable that in the Crucible? Can I
That would be fun, but no.
can I take control of the brain of somebody who's elsewhere on the internet and ask them to go out and buy me snacks and stuff?
Just AI.
All right. Well, I want you guys to keep working on that technology.
We saw something briefly, though, like a few seconds ago before you started asking about that, where the crests actually have physical properties in the world.
Look at there. Look at there.
So,
Rolling down the stairs.
That was
Look at
like
that.
on cue.
Wow.
They're
So
so
yeah,
cooperative.
when they get killed, they move around. You can fire a rocket near it, a grenade. Like you'll see it move downstairs, ramps, and it's not a lot. It's pretty light, and we worked on it for a long time to make sure it didn't affect it so much as to be annoying, but it's there, and it adds an extra layer of interest to the game.
Yeah, it really does.
So Lars, Stormborn52 just tuned into the stream, and he wants to know if Rise of Iron has private matches. Do you have an official comment on that?
Look at your screen.
Stormborn, I'm happy to say that yes.
Private match is confirmed. We're actually playing one right now. It does say private test build up in the corner. That's just, that's our development environment. But private matches are confirmed in Destiny. Choose your combat mode. Choose your map. Choose your time of day. Choose whether or not you want vehicles. And right now they're enjoying a little bit of Supremacy, which is our brand new game mode, which is why you see this combatant picking up those crests. You left a hunter crest right there on the ground.
And someone just took Sorry, Deej.
These games are close.
Yeah, these are some nail biters. These are some close matches.
That's exactly what we want. It's good.
And all we're fighting for
that.
today is a little bit of honor, a little bit of bragging rights, a little bit of stream hype, perhaps. Nice. So when you collect a blue crest is friendly quest. You've sort of used the GI Joe laser color palette here.
Well, we wanted to go simple.
Yeah.
And when you grab a blue one, you're actually denying the enemy team points. So
Depriving the enemy.
Basically, the simple thing to do, remember in this mode, is if you see a crest, grab it.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
No matter the color.
And then you gave us different colors for the crests so we could at least understand how the battle is progressing.
Correct.
Unlike those grenades where you never know if you're going to run through an enemy fog or a friendly fog. Look at that super showdown, and the hammers win. Got a few more hammers. There you go. You have redeemed yourself. Your team has won. Good games to all. Good games to all. Thanks so much to our community combatants for putting on a good show today. The first two private matches in the history of our community have played out, and
exciting.
We've got nothing else to play. We're going to save the other two maps. We're going to hold those in reserve. Actually, I believe our friends at Game Informer played on the other two maps, and they've been kind enough to hold those cards close to the vest, and they're going to kick off what I understand to be a week of Crucible coverage after this stream. So if you want to know more about Supremacy, if you want to see the other two maps, and behold their beauty and the new geometry,